Hi, my name's Ryan Sterling. Today on Classic Fingerpicked Albums, we are looking at Judee Sill's wonderful 1971 debut album. We will also look at her second album, the two records that came out in her lifetime, but we'll do that in a future session. So why is this a classic fingerpicked album? Well, firstly, her fingerstyle playing is beautiful, heavily classically influenced. I think that classical influence is what helps make this album a wonderful thing that's becoming more and more popular, but I think it's also what helped restrict its success at the time. I'll get back to more of that in a moment. So, Judee, she's part of the whole amazing Laurel Canyon scene. She's hanging out with some of the principal players of the Laurel Canyon scene, and she makes this kind of folk country record, but that draws on her classical influence. She's a trained classical musician. She loves Bach and all that kind of stuff, and she brings it into the song structures of these songs and into all the arrangements and into the backing vocal arrangements and all that kind of stuff. You can hear that influence all through it. I think that's what helped make it out of time in the early 70s, but is what making it timeless now and something that people want to keep going back to and listening to all the time. So, this drawing from multiple influences and then coming out with your own unique thing is, I think, what makes successful art. Whether it's, Black Sabbath, Bob Marley, or Judee Sill, these great artists, they're not making stuff that sounds like what they grew up listening to. You can hear what they grew up listening to within the stuff, but they're also mixing all their influences together, plus throwing in their own life experiences and the things they've read and all that kind of stuff, and coming out with unique art. And that maybe is why Judee wasn't so successful, because there was certainly a push behind her. She was the first person signed to David Geffen's Asylum Records. There was a push behind her in the sense that, there was money obviously poured into it. It's beautifully produced. There's all this orchestration, which would have cost a lot of money. You've got Graham Nash, who was a megastar at this time, producing the song Jesus Was a Crossmaker to help make it a single. Now, I'm assuming, that would have cost a fortune, although he may have been doing a favor for David Geffen, I guess, because he was also part of that whole scene. I'm not sure, but, she was even on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine, which I actually own. I scored that from a secondhand shop, the actual Rolling Stone magazine. She was on the cover. So there was definitely a push, but the world wasn't ready for her. Is it because her lyrics are kind of opaque? They are opaque. You don't just listen to a song and go, oh, that's the song about when she went, and fell in love with a guy and then he broke her heart. It's hard to understand at times, but that was also what makes it a deep listening experience. It draws you into her world that she's created with this unique classical, folk, country, dark, opaque lyrics that are pulling you in. It's so amazing. The world just wasn't ready for Judee Sill in 1971, but the world is absolutely ready for her now. And in 100 years' time, the world's still going to be listening to her. So do yourself a favor now and go and listen to this album right now. And also, please like and subscribe to this channel. I'm going to do a whole bunch more of these things. So thanks a lot. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.